Howdy everyone, hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series. I'm the Black Shadow and I welcome you to Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror. This is the remastered version of the game, which I went and picked up off of GOG.com fairly recently. They're doing a sale on all sorts of titles, and this is also a follow-up to my series of the original game, which I went and recorded back in 2016. I have been asked a few times over the course of the years if I'd ever interested in doing more Broken Sword games, and the general answer was probably at some point. And well, we've got about 5 weeks to go until Resident Evil Village gets released, and I could do a little series to fit in between. And this seemed a perfect way to spend my time. I've never played this game, unlike the first, which I had some remote knowledge of how the game sort of went. This is completely blind. I've never, ever played this before. Before we do this, one thing I want to just quickly add, just a bit of tech stuff. If you ever decide that you want to give this game a spin at yourself, the game does have a kind of a weird thing in that it will kind of make voices and certain sounds only play in one ear instead of the other. It's usually it's trying to make it like a stereo sort of feel, but I don't actually think it works at all well. There is no way in the options to particularly fix this. However, what you can go ahead and do is you can make your PC play audio mono entirely. It'll be in your ease of access settings. So for Windows, you want to go into right-click your start menu, go to settings, look under ease of access, and then under audio, you'll be able to turn your audio to mono. Because otherwise, I find that this gets very grating on that respect very, very quickly. It's not a perfect workaround, but it'll do. Anyways, I've had a quick tip down and make sure everything was working pretty fine. Let's go, everyone. Also, I hope you appreciate George and Nico Overwatch. I love George's face there from the original game. So many memories. Also, I have not heard this in so long. Oh, it's epic, everyone. It is epic. That's twice I've heard that, and it's twice it's given me a slight bit of
Professor
goosebumps.
Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans, an appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this.
Just a bit of symmetry here. Uh-oh. Ooh! Well, talk about the red carpet treatment. Damn. Double damn. Triple damn. The size of that thing. My God. Well, nice to know we've had time to, you know, collect ourselves and our thoughts. Jeez, that is, that's the stuff of nightmares. Well, George, we got a problem. I believe it's a magic, it's like left click do, right clicks looking, I'm assuming. It's PC controls.
There were only 3 things I didn't like about spiders. The way they looked, the way they moved, and the fact that they lived on the same planet as me. This spider was big, mean, and hairy. and definitely not a native of Europe.
Oh, go get him. Ah, that's a problem. Yeah, we are tied to the chair. This is a definite problem.
The more I looked at that spider, the less I liked it.
Right, we need to find a way out of here, potentially.
I thought that I ought to free myself before examining the furniture.
Yeah, it's reasonable. Bookcase?
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
Aha!
The block of wood had been used to replace the original foot of the bookcase.
Get dunked on, spider. Ooh.
Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape.
That will do very, very nicely. Alright then, so yeah, as I mentioned, this is the remastered version of the game, everyone. They made quite a few changes, I understand, from the original. Changing, I think the dialogue a lot of it got sort of reworked. There's some also changes, just the fact the PC version. There's sort of some slight contextual clues. If you mouse near something that you can do or look at or whatever, you get a little contextual saying, this is a point of interest, that sort of thing, which I very, very much appreciate. There's also a hint system as well, which is very, very cool here. I'll quickly show this off. So if you're unsure what to do, you can look this up here. So, I bravely made the spider. How do I free myself? So, just as a kind of a general guide, you can click for a hint to think, maybe what do I want to do here? I know what I need to do here. Look for something sharp. Okay. And you might go around thinking, still got nothing. And then eventually it will tell you, at least for now I imagine, what you actually do in order to proceed with the game. I very much appreciate that as a hint system, it's kind of step by step. So if you want kind of a little prod in the right direction, but you don't want to be told the answer, it will do it gradually for you, which is very, very much appreciated. Really, really much like it. Also the faces and stuff, I believe that's all new as well. Anyways, so yeah, we need to get out of here.
The bookcase had been anchored to the wall by a protruding metal bracket. It had sheared off as the bookcase had fallen, leaving a jagged edge.
Well, that should do quite nicely. Much better.
With one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Oh, George. Still as cynical and sarcastic as ever, and I love you for it.
It was the chair I'd been tied to. I had no time to sit around.
Yeah, understandable.
The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
No, that's no good to us. Man, we did a number on the
Yellow
spider.
pus was seeping from below the bookcase. That spider was very squashed.
Yikes.
I wasn't touching that spider goo.
Understandable.
Even if I had the time, I wouldn't be able to get to the books beneath the heavy case.
Yeah, we ain't doing anything with this. Alright then, so... we have some issues, everyone. We've managed to untie ourselves. However, over here we have a slight problem of, there's a fire. This is definitely an issue.
Fire had taken hold and ignited part of the polished wooden floorboards. I racked my brains to think of a way to improvise a fire extinguisher. If only I'd stopped for a coffee at the airport.
Right, okay, and there's a door
The door
here.
blocked my only means of escape.
Alright, so we're going to have to find a way to get through here. We've got to deal with the fire. Okay, then, so let's have a look around. Yeah, by the way, doing this as a PC version as opposed to the what I did for the original game, oh, this is so much easier. Oh, my goodness me. Let's have a look around.
It was a soda fountain, perfect for mixing with drinks or squirting at clowns.
I think this game's going to have a lot of callbacks to the first as well. If you haven't seen the first series I've done, I will put a link in the description below. Feel free to enjoy.
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
Well, no gas means we can't try and use that to put the fire out. It's a problem.
In the cabinet's wooden door was a very small keyhole.
Well, guess it's locked then.
The cabinet was locked.
Damn. So we need to find a way to get this open.
It was the box that spider had crawled from.
Box looks really small compared to the spider.
I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it.
Oh, come on. It's dead. You'll be fine.
The bars attached to the window would prevent anyone getting in. They also stopped me from getting out.
Yeah. Interesting, interesting defense system here, but hey,
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars.
Alright then. Let's have a look. We got a bag.
It was Nico's bag.
Ah. What do we got in here?
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
Jeez. So it's been about...
They could be useful.
It's been about a year, folks, since the original game, is my understanding. I think it's been about a year or so since the original game, so, hey.
I'd already ransacked Nico's handbag, and besides which, the color didn't suit me.
Definitely not.
It was a needle-sharp dart with a flight of green and yellow feathers.
Alright, maybe we can do something with it.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end, but this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Indeed. Right, what else have we got?
It was a closed drawer. The bureau had a sliding lid.
Look at the bureau. I don't think we're on any significant time pressure.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila. It was a half bottle of extra strong Mexican tequila. Just what I needed under the circumstances. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
Worm?
What looked like a little shriveled wiener lay on the carpet. Thankfully, it was only the worm from the tequila bottle.
I can't.
Well, I wasn't going to eat it. But life had taught me one thing. No matter how unlikely it seems, the strangest objects have their uses.
My immersion, damn it,
Even
George.
worms.
My immersion, you son of a bitch. Alright, we have a worm, everyone. Great.
I'd drunk enough of that.
Alright, we ain't getting involved in tequila anymore. Okay, then.
In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Alright, then. Doesn't look like there's anything else for us to do here. No. Don't see anything else at all. Oh, a picture. Oops.
Oubier and his wife, I guess. Nice couple.
Alright, so that's the professor. So if you didn't catch it, so we came here with Nico to meet with this professor here. Instead, we get jumped by these goons, assumably Oubier's, but maybe not. Oubier is nowhere in sight, so we'll have to see. All right then. So we need to get into here, and we need to get a way to put out this fire. So I think our best bet to start with is going to be. This is how this works here. Everything we've got here. Let's have a look at everything.
It was the poisoned dart which had stunned Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively. It was the poison...
Oops. Okay, then.
It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
Please, for its sake.
It was Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
He's got some trauma, everyone.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Lobineau, the history student Nico had known at college.
Yeah.
The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Lobineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that creep was in the running.
Great. Great.
It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Great.
The pot contained a key.
Ooh, does it now?
It looked like a house key.
Let's see. We can use this to open up the cabinet.
The key was way too large
Damn.
to fit into that tiny keyhole.
Okay, maybe not. Oh, shit. Right. Well, we need a way to get this cabinet open. Now, if there's no key, we may have to find a way to force it open. I guess we can't, like, take the bracket and, like, beat it down.
I had no further use for the bracket.
No, definitely not. Okay, then. We've got a note system as well here as well, which is kind of nice. Just kind of like, almost like a diary as you go, just to kind of reflect on all the events. Yeah, so 6 months later, here I am back in Paris. Got a meeting like Nico. We're gonna go meet some archaeologists, a guy called Professor Oubier. I don't know what it's all about, so we're gonna do with carvings of a Mayan stone. Truth is, it'll be great to see Nico again. Whatever the reason. I'm sure. Alright then, so... we don't have a key for it.
The cabinet was locked.
I don't see any particular things. We don't have a way of forcing it open. We don't have like a crowbar or anything. There's nothing else in here.
The red and yellow pot had black decorative markings shaped like hands. Weird mutant hands, that is.
Hey, that's almost offensive. It doesn't make sense. Maybe use like the... I don't know. How did I get in? The key doesn't fit. Maybe I can like... I know this sounds dumb. Well, I'll be. Whoa! I thought you
As I
lockpick.
released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe like use it as a lockpick or maybe something stuck.
It was the
thing.
poison dart which had stunned Nico.
Yeah, neat. I've remember that little trick. What do we got in here then?
Inside the cabinet was a small metal object, round at one end with a valve at the other. It was a small metal cylinder.
Interesting. Let's take it.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Ah, well, I know the solution to this puzzle. Panties to the rescue.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
Black Shadow 2021. So what the hell is this?
It was a small metal cylinder with a valve at one end.
Like a gas cylinder, I'm guessing? I would assume. Yeah.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. What? Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Get wrecked. This is not how this would work, by the way.
With a well-aimed squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico.
God damn you, George. Alright then. So this updates, it looks like, once we've basically gone from one puzzle and got another one. That seems to be how that works. Okay then, so... yeah, the diary, everyone keeps a record of what you achieved in the game. Some of the information recorded in the diary is necessary to solve puzzles. Very, very important. Oh, so a quick little idea of how stuff works. You can combine items. Okay then, that's pretty neat. We'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, characters. Sometimes you can talk. Sometimes, yeah, subjects, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, let's get the hell out of here, everyone.
The door blocked my only means of escape.
Well, not for much longer.
I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Ooh, go get you some. Nice. This is definitely the way we came in, up the staircase.
The front door was made of hard wood, supported by a sturdy frame.
I see. Maybe this is the front door key?
I unlocked the door.
Nice, alright. We can get out of here.
Without a plan, I had nowhere to go. Maybe there was something in the house which would give me a clue where Nico had been taken.
This is also true. Alright then. Can we use it on this door? Is it even locked? I have no idea. I should probably check this before I start just doing things willy-nilly. Yep.
It was locked.
Definitely locked. Maybe we can open this one up.
The house key didn't fit this lock.
I see. We need something else for this. Okay, then. Well, there's definitely interesting things going on
here. It was
here.
a folded clipping taken from a newspaper.
Let's go have a look.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
That's not foreboding at all. Not foreboding at all. Let's have a look at these then.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Oubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille.
It's a bit weird.
It was Oubier's bank statement.
It's very weird. So yeah, worth checking out items in your inventory. You might find out more things about them. Definitely worth knowing. This is
It was the letter to Nico from that creep Labano. Sickening.
Well, as disgraceful as it is, I think we're going to have to use it here.
It was Oubier's telephone.
We may not like the guy, but we're going to need his help here, I suspect.
Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not
For goodness
interested
sakes.
in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you creep. I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
Oh, good times. Alright then, so I reckon that's probably going to leave the video here. This gives me a chance to quickly review it, make sure everything sounds pretty well. I might turn up the voices a little bit. I expect I'll go ahead and do that. It's all takes a little bit of adjusting. So as always, thank you for watching. I'm really looking forward to this. This should be a really, really fun, enjoyable series, and this should keep me very, very entertained for the next few weeks or so. I'm very sure. Haven't done a game like this for quite some time. You know, golf style, you know, point and click puzzler. I'm sure there's going to be a few that are going to completely just warp my mind beyond all context of knowledge and credibility. And if you don't understand what that means, neither do I. Thanks for watching, everyone. Next time, back to Paris. Some things never change.